More than 150,000 people living in the tri-state area are living with dementia or caring for a family member who does. After spending time with your loved ones over the holidays, you may be wondering if someone you love may be experiencing memory loss. Now, if that's true for you, you're not alone. People often don't know where to turn when someone in their family is affected by these changes and possibly a life-altering diagnosis. The Giving Voice Foundation is addressing this great local need, and joining me today from the organization is their first ever executive director, Krista Powers. Krista, welcome, and thanks for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me.
So for folks at home who might be unfamiliar, tell us a little bit about the Giving Voice Foundation and the work you do in the community.
Sure. Giving Voice is a local nonprofit, and we serve people living with a form of dementia, so Alzheimer's or other forms, and their care partners. So it's direct programming in order to combat social isolation, which is often an issue with this disease.
Yeah, it seems like that's a really big part of it. What are maybe, we talked about when you were around family at the holidays, things like that, but what are some of the signs and symptoms that maybe people should be on the lookout for?
Yeah, oftentimes people see their family maybe for the first time after a couple months or longer. And if you notice things like a person is sleeping more, or perhaps they're not regulating their emotions as much, maybe there's more agitation or resistance, things like a person having a bit more confusion or a little bit more memory loss are things to pay attention to. And in that case, you always want to bring in a medical professional first and build up your support system and really start to lean into making things as simple as possible within the home setting. So as much structure and simplicity is always a helpful thing.
Well, and of course, you mentioned that support system, that obviously being so important. And what should someone do if they do notice some of these signs or symptoms in a loved one, Kristen?
Yeah, they definitely, like I said, the step one is contact your medical professional and see if there's any medical interventions that need to happen. I would say after that, we always want people to reach out to us at Giving Voice Foundation. One of our programs is called the Purposeful Planning Program, and that's 90 minutes sitting with a licensed social worker to really talk about your loved one, their specific diagnosis and whatever might be happening with them, and then to make a game plan and build some resources. It's very important for a person to call in support. So neighbors, church community, family members, you don't need to do this alone, and there's it's something that you do get to be supported in along the way.
Yeah, well, great to be able to provide that help and give that voice to people. So talk a little bit about the programs that you offer as well.
Yeah, so our programs, in the midst of this disease process, people often don't know what to do, and lives become very small. Yet what we do is bring people out of their homes. So all of our programming is community-based, and people come. We have a program called Creative Connections that is once a week. It's movement and music for people living with the form of dementia, and then simultaneously their caregiver is in a support group, so they're getting resources and support that they need as well. We have things like Brains in Bloom, so a monthly floral arranging. We also have partnerships with the Cincinnati Opera and with ballroom dance professionals, so programs throughout the year. And actually in 2025 we have offering 6 days a week, so as much as a person wants to tap into our services, we're here to be used.
That's awesome. So when it comes to supporting the organization, what sort of events do you have coming up?
Yeah, we have our 2 signature events each year. Mimosas for Memories happens the end of April, and then we have Brews for Brains in September. We do a bourbon raffle in the summertime over National Bourbon Day as well. And we have a couple new things up our sleeve as well, so it'll be fun for people to just come along the journey with us and see what they can participate in.
Well, Kristen, this is just amazing. I know that there's so many people watching, so many lives locally affected by this. Where can people go to learn more about the Giving Voice Foundation and support the work that you do?
Yeah, thanks for asking. Our website is givingvoicefdn, which is short for foundation.org. So givingvoicefdn.org. And that's also our handle on all social media, Giving Voice FDN. We have a calendar on the website. We have a list of our programs, and certainly there's also a platform too on the website called Senior Stories, where people can share stories and pictures of their loved ones. So it's a great way just to share the stories and memories.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, Krista, thanks so much again for taking the time to come on and talk about the Giving Voice Foundation. We appreciate it.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you.